Hello again, everyone. It's Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival at the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It's Friday night, the first night of the convention. Things are rocking and rolling. We are having a great time here, chatting with all of our favorite horror icons and celebrities. And I have the pleasure...
Other people.
Yes, and canines, apparently. So I do have the pleasure of sitting here once again with a good friend of mine, Kyle herself from Child's Play 2, Christine Elise. Christine, how are you?
I am very well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing great. I always have fun at these things. I get to see people that I know, such as yourself. I mean, I feel like I just saw you because I did at PA in Pennsylvania. So it is good to see you again. So who is this?
This is Luna. Luna is the daughter of two other actors that are not at this con, like at tables. Her dad is Robert McNaughton.
E.T. Yeah.
Of E.T. And his mom is Bianca Hunter McNaughton. She has in The Fighter, her most, I think scandalous credit, and she's right there, I'm looking at her, is she's the girl that gives the fake blowjob to Harvey Keitel in The Bad Lieutenant.
Okay.
Like the thing. She's got an incredible resume. Her first job when she was like 3 was in Serpico.
Wow.
So this dog has stellar hair.
Yeah, that's quite a pedigree there, so to speak, pun intended, actually. So, Christine, we talk about, I just saw you at PA HorrorCon, so here you are at New Jersey HorrorCon. You do quite a few of these. What is it about these cons that keeps you coming to them so frequently?
Well, I love them is the short answer. The longer answer is this. I'm going to give a longer answer than you actually expect.
Okay.
A common misconception about actors and conventions is that we get to pick the ones we come to, and like we can all they're like, hey, come to like Brazil, come to Texas Frightmare, come to New Jersey HorrorCon, come, and you don't get to come until the promoter invites you. So I am here by the great graces of Mr. Ryan. So I'm here as a guest, and you're always a guest at these things. So the invitation is so flattering. So I say yes when I'm invited. The other upsides are I get to hang out with my brother from another mother, Alex Vincent. For the most part, he's usually at the same shows with me, but not always. And then I have a lot of other friends that are actors here, Felissa Rose and Tony Moran and other people at this particular show. That I don't get to see except at shows. And then there's people that I'm a fan of too, that I walk around like a fangirl, like, ooh, that's the person I love from that show. And I'm a bit of a recluse in real life, and so this is my brief little like 4-day window of like coming out and being all out there and having too much wine and too much being social, and I can go back home and like recover from it. But I love it. And then there's a whole fan contingent of it, the whole fan element. So meeting fans is amazing. Many of them become your friends over time. You meet them at enough shows over time that they become actually like you're part of your tribe and your community. And they bring incredible stuff for you to sign. I signed a thing today, a piece of original art that I'd never seen, or rare things like comic books and stuff that I've never seen. Like there's no downside. It's just all amazingly awesome. And then like my friend Bianca and Luna are just here to come see me because I live in New York and we're in New Jersey and they could be here. And so it's a big giant win for me.
That is very cool. I love that.
There's a lot of answers, sorry.
No, look, these are the best kind of interviews, right, where I don't have to say too much. So, no, I love your answer. That is a good answer. So, my memory is not good. So I'm not sure if I ever asked you this, but when you were making Child's Play 2, did it ever occur to you that now, whatever, 25, 30 years later, however long it is, that people would be still so heavily invested in these movies and in the Chucky series, as a whole?
So because we are friends, I'm going to give you the ball buster answer and go, yeah.
By all means.
Yeah, I knew when I was 24 in 1989 that at 57, I'd be sitting here with a Chucky TV show on the air. Like, yeah, I knew the whole time. No, of course I did not.
Okay.
No,
We'll edit that out.
no, don't edit it out, because I get asked that question a lot. But no, I did not know. Of course I didn't know, and we especially didn't know. Alex and I didn't, because Child's Play 2 did so well. We both assumed we'd be in Child's Play 3, and neither of us were. And both of us were, I think, stung and hurt by and disappointed by that. And the show and the franchise went on without us and did very well, thank God. And no, neither one of us had ever dreamed that the circle would come back around to invite us back into it, and that we'd be back in the warm bosom of Don Mancini's incredible genius. So no, we did not know, and I wish we did know. But we did not know. How could we possibly know?
Fair enough.
Don't cut out the ball busting part.
No, I won't. I was like, I should. I'm like, you know what? That was a dumb question. Maybe I shouldn't ask.
It's not a dumb question, because I get asked it a lot. So it's not a dumb question. It's kind of an obvious question, but I know you well enough to be mean with my answer.
Yeah, bring it. No, I love it. So now, I lost my train of thought. So, but you did mention, it kind of came full circle now with the Chucky series, and also you have a podcast now that you do, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
So Alex insisted that we do a podcast. It's called Chucky Talks, chuckytalks.com. It's very simple to remember. Chucky Talks isn't cryptic. I was resistant to do it because during COVID, everybody on Earth, especially in California, I think it's a law in the state of California that if you don't have a podcast, you can't live there anymore.
I think so.
But and having done almost everyone's podcast during COVID, I was like, I just can't. It's like peeing in the ocean. I can't. I didn't want to. And he insisted, and I'm kind of glad that he did, because we are the anchors to the history of the franchise in the series, and we have the trust of everybody from the old school part of the franchise, and sort of the newcomers are like, oh, we can trust them because they've been here forever, and if we couldn't trust them, they wouldn't still be here. So, including Brad Dourif, So we interviewed Brad Dourif, and our interview with him our first is going to drop this Tuesday, a 2-part. We got to interview Brad fucking Dourif.
Nice.
Which is nuts. So I've had a lot. So I'm grateful to Alex for pushing me to do the podcast. It's a lot of work, as you must know. Doing this is a lot of work. Generally, there's $0 involved. So it's a passion project for you, I imagine, and for me, for Alex and myself, for sure. We make no money in the podcast, and it really is a lot of work. But I got really primarily so far. I've had dinner with Brad Dourif a couple times. So I'm not going to say at dinner, "Hey Brad, what was Jack Nicholson like?" At dinner, he doesn't want that. That's like you just don't do that, right? But when he agrees to be interviewed, I can ask that question. I can say, who's your favorite actor? Who's your favorite director? What's your favorite? What job did you not take that you wish you had? And I ask these questions, and that's Brad Dourif and the '70s cinema world is why I am an actor. And so to get to talk to somebody with the stature he has and with the resume he has, that alone makes the entire podcast worth all of my effort. That's a weird answer, but that's my answer.
That's a great answer. I mean, because I can attest to that, doing some horror convention interviews and having a podcast myself. You're right. It does have to be a labor of love. You just have to have a passion for it, because anyone thinks that we're getting rich doing podcasts has no idea what podcasting is about. So it's good stuff.
Like you have to be like, like Rachel Ray might make money on a podcast, Yeah. Like, short of that, I don't know who does.
Fantastic. So, Christine, I will leave you be. It is always great to talk to you and to see you at conventions. It's a highlight for me. It really is. So, Luna, any final words? Okay, maybe not. So, Christine Elise, everybody, at New Jersey Horror Con and Film Festival. This is Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.
Be nice.